The speech making, it's basically a competition that gets people involved with public speaking, getting out there and putting people out their comfort zone a wee bit, getting them comfortable with speaking, talking about different subjects that they've maybe not spoke about before, and really getting a team ethic of people working together, showing you how to present in front of other people, which is a skill that's more and more important these days. The basic way of doing it is that there's a chairman that leads proceedings, that looks after the team, brings them out onto the stage and introduces them to the audience. Then there's either 1, 2 or sometimes even 3 speakers and stand up and speak on a subject that's been given to them. They'll come up with a speech and deliver it to the audience.
I would suggest that if you are thinking of doing speech making, when you enter into it, know your strengths. If you are someone who is maybe a wee bit bossy, you might want to be the chairman and control your team. If you're really confident and you can think on the spot and ad-lib, you would be a good speaker because you need to be able to answer questions quite confidently with conviction. And if you're a good listener, you probably want to be your arbiter or your vote of thanks, because you need to pull the speaker's speech apart and pick the best sections and put this into your presentation to round up the whole thing. So that's kind of your basic speech making team.
I think I was perhaps 15, 16 years old and I was asked to do the junior competition, so myself and one of my friends just get put into the team together. We just went for it and seen how it went, and 10 years later I'm still doing it, and I think it just becomes addictive over time. It's something that you like to get better at and see yourself mature as a speaker. It's just a great skill to have.
I started speech making when I was 15. I think it was the kind of performance aspect. I thought it would be a lot more kind of straight-laced and stricter. But there was actually a lot of fun in it. There's a lot of fun to be had, and it is more of a performance, like anyone that's maybe performed in a young farmer's concert or a school show. You are up there performing. We'll have practiced beforehand for the competition together as a team, and you're all performing together to make the performance and to make the speeches work.
Every time that I've been doing speech making, I've been a speaker, so I like to have like a skeleton speech, like just like sentence starters, so that I know that once I've got my topic and I know what I have to write, I've got my wee links already there, so it's not as daunting if I don't know what I'm going to say. I've still got my openers to get me going. I think the more you practice, the more accustomed you become to just saying something. You get a lot quicker at thinking on your feet, and I think that's probably something that's great about speech making, is that it does help you think quicker.
Surprise yourself with the amount of information you actually can remember, just even though it happened maybe years ago or something, just you can recall that to bring it in as a piece of information or to back up a piece of evidence that you're stating.
When it comes to practising for it, you have to be quite committed and quite dedicated. I know that when I did it, we practised about once a week and maybe even twice a week leading up to the competition, so you do have to put a bit of time and effort into it. But the practices all together can be good fun. You become really close to your teammates because you're spending a lot of time with them. At least at the practices you can talk about topics, you can discuss things that you're maybe not aware of that'll stick in your head, and then if that comes up on the day, you'll remember that and it'll be there.
The misconception I would say that I hear a lot is people saying, oh, I couldn't stand up and speak in front of people. What I would say to that is nearly everyone that has done speech making has had that exact same issue. No one's known from the start that they would be good at it, but when the time comes, there's great trainers out there that will help you and lead you in the right direction and make it a damn sight easier, and that's really what makes it. It's not as difficult as everyone believes.
Everyone's willing you to do well, and the buzz you get is so good. When you come off that stage and you've given a good performance, you're on top of the world. It's such a good feeling, and you'll talk about it for the rest of your life. I know grandparents and parents are still talking about their speech making topics, and I know I will be, so just do it.
Just give it a try. I mean, you've nothing to lose. Everybody wants you to do well. It's not like other competitions where, like, I don't know, if you're playing football, you really hope that somebody from the other team like falls over and hurts himself. It's like you want everybody to do, you're rooting for everybody.
There's a huge amount of fun to be had from it. When you're up on stage, everyone's there to support you. Everyone is wanting you to do well. And it's the same throughout the competition, throughout all your practices and everything. The people are there to support you and give you a lot of help. There's no other thing in young farmers, in my opinion, that will set you up for life like the speech making will.